welcome to Liza's Painting Parties. I'm so glad you're joining us today for our Floral Abstract session. So this is going to be a little bit different than some of our previous parties in the past. This one I'm encouraging you to go crazy with it. So just to really enjoy and do your own version of it. And I'll just talk you through how to recreate your own version of it. So you don't have to use the same colors that I've used. I'm probably going to use totally different colors. It's just a matter of picking some ones that you really enjoy and you're going to have fun with, and then we'll be able to play with it that way. So I will get started in the actual instruction and the painting in about like 5 to 10 minutes or so, just to make sure everyone who wants to join and paint along with me live tonight will be able to do so. So we'll get started in just a little bit. If you'd like, definitely in the comments, let me know where you're tuning in from, because I love to see where everyone's watching me from. And it's great to see the community gather this way, which is great. I'm here in Ontario. I'm just in Ajax outside of Toronto. And it's super windy, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear the crazy wind, but it's been like rocking everything outside quite a bit right now. So I'm not sure if anyone else is feeling that where you're at, but it's been quite windy today. So I will keep an eye on the comments. Feel free to just let me know if you have any questions or anything there. I'll keep an eye on it as I go through with the session today. If you are unable to watch the full session right now, that's totally fine. This video will be up under the videos tab on my Facebook page, where you can rewatch whenever you so desire. And I'm also going to cross-post it to my YouTube channel after this live is done, so you'll have it whichever one you prefer to go there. And if you haven't subscribed to those yet, feel free to go ahead and do that. All the videos get posted there, so if you haven't seen, this is our 96th paint party. So there are many, tons of different tutorials that you can watch for free. So please do so. Okay, let's see. Oh, I have some hellos. Yay, I love hellos. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Gail. Hi, Sue. Oh, some people from Maryland today. Look at that. Hi, Polly. I'm so glad you're joining today. This is so great. Okay, cool. So I'm hoping also that the wind isn't going to like affect our transmission. If our transmission is affected in the live, then what I'll do is I will probably like restart and then reconnect, and then you'll see it pop up again, and I'll make sure there's like a link in these comments just in case you get stuck or if I'm just frozen or something. So I'll try to make it as seamless as possible. That has happened in the past, and I'm sure it will happen in the future, but hopefully not tonight. In terms of supplies, so let's walk through what you're going to be needing so you can get that all ready and prepared. So you will need to have a canvas of some sort. So I'm going to be using a canvas board. It's an 11 by 14. You can use this one that I did initially is on a regular canvas, and that's totally fine. And I have another example one here as well, this one, which is done on a larger canvas. So it really just depends on whatever canvas you want to use for this. You can, and as you can see, like, you can make them quite different depending on the colors you use and the different shapes, and we can add different kind of elements to it, so it's kind of a fun process to do. This process was something I saw a creator on TikTok. She has this whole process, and hers are phenomenal, and she inspired me to try this out. So once I don't remember who it was, and I couldn't find the name of it. I think her name was Katie, I think. I'll see if I can source that too, so that you can have the link for that, so you can check out some of her stuff, because it's phenomenal. So we're going to be doing our own process that way. So you make sure you have your canvas. I use acrylic paint. So for this particular process, the more paint colors, the better. In a way, I guess you still want to have a bit of a palette to go with. What I tend to do is when I painted these, is I might pick a color that I really like let's say like this blue. Like I kind of made this like teal blue, and then I added a bit of white to get it to be a bit lighter. So I kind of like added some lighter to use the same color, just on different tones. So that will be the same process that I'll be using today as well. So you still want to keep with a similar color palette. So if you want to have like, it can be whatever you want, but it could be like, if you want to do like purples and pinks and yellows, then you're going to keep that same like purples, pinks, and yellows. Like pick like 3 colors that you're going to like vary in shades. That would be what I would suggest to make it more cohesive. And then we use the greens as like the pops of color on top. This is going to be like a layering process. So we are gonna have to wait a little bit in between for time to dry. So if you do have like a hair dryer or something that you want to like dry it faster, feel free. I won't be doing that. We'll have to just like wait. I have my heater right behind me, so maybe I'll just hold it over the heater and then it'll dry faster. But back to paint color. So in terms of paint, so I have acrylic paint. If you have at least red, blue, yellow, white, and black, you can paint anything. We can mix any colors from that, and then you're good to go. I do have some other colors that I'm going to be dipping into, maybe some pinks and purples. I tend to like those ones. These are Crafters acrylics that you get from the Dollarama. They dry with like a matte finish, and they work nicely. And then I also have these other ones called Artist Loft. It's like a more of a fluid acrylic. They're a little bit thinner, but they dry with like a shiny finish. So you can feel free to interchange them as long as it's acrylic. You're good to go. The other tool that you may want is either to do all of the line detail later, we'll need to use a fine point, this is not a good example of that, but a fine point brush with black paint, or we need to make sure everything is completely dry, and then you could either use Sharpies to do the lines, or if you have, you could use a paint marker. So if you have that available as well, I would suggest you grab that. I like it in black, but you could outline it in whatever color you so want. Because once you have the paint markers, you're good. I think even the Posca paint markers would work really well too if you have those. Anyway, so that's the other element that we'll need today that we don't normally use on a regular basis. I have my palette, which is getting dirtier by the week. I have my water containers, paper towel, and also my paintbrushes. And I suggest always to have 3 sizes of paintbrushes, a big one, a medium, and a small, just so you have some variety and just to give you some texture. But if you have even more than that, that's totally fine. If you don't, that's fine too. We can always like mix and match with that. Again, this is going to be, this is a cool process because it's going to look very messy and like bad at first until we start putting in all of the detailing. Like it's just gonna look like blobs of paint on your canvas. So that's the weird and fun kind of thing about this process. Okay, so that went through all of the things you need. Oh, and you should also grab some water or something to drink. At least I know I'll need it because I'll be talking through the process. Okay. Oh, hi, Linda. Oh, thanks, Tracy. That'd be great. And hi, Jerry. Fantastic. Oh, and Tracy said the temperatures definitely change overnight. Yeah, it's freezing today too. Yesterday was really nice. I think it was yesterday. No, Monday was really nice. I think it was. But yeah, it's gotten like really cold. Okay, so I think we're good to go pretty much. I do actually have some visitors in my paint studio, which is really just like my spare bedroom. So I have some visitors with me today who are going to be painting along. My cousin and my niece are here, so I'll show you. They'll say hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. So they're going to be joining us today too, and I'll share their paintings and stuff as well. It's very fun to have other people in here as well. That's very cool. All right, and Kathy, you're here. Yay, I'm so glad. Hope you're feeling well. Awesome. Okay, great. Perfect. All right, so let's get started. Okay, I'm going to move the camera as well so you can see the inspiration paintings that we have and also my canvas a little better. Okay. Not the best, but let's see. That might be all you're going to get today, just with my angles. You can see the corner of the inspiration painting. Let's see if I can make that better. Not really. Well, we will deal with that as it is. No, I still want to make sure you can see both. There you go. Okay. So you can see it a little bit more that way. Perfect. Okay, great. So the first thing you want to think about is what your background color is going to be. So again, you can go with something like when this one I did a kind of like a really like light pale blue. This one I did a really bright yellow. It really doesn't matter what you want to go with. I would suggest one that is a bit lighter because it's easier to layer in darker colors on top of the lighter colors. So whatever you decide to go on the base, I would think of it that way. And I would also think of maybe even putting in more of like, it can either be a complementary color or it could be a color that makes it really pop. So it really depends on what you want it to go. I think for today was like a long work day for me, so I kind of like just jumped into the painting session. So I didn't have time to really like think about what I wanted to really do today. I'm not even sure. I really like how the bright yellow is. Maybe I want to go that route and go something bright. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go with like a light pink, I think. Yes, that's what I'm going to do on mine today. Let's do it. Okay, so I have a pre-mixed pink, but I'm also going to get some white and some red. I want it to be a pretty light one. And I want to cover the entire back with it. So it's up to you. If the paint is quite thin, you can already start with that. Or you can wet your canvas down with water first and then put paint. It depends on how your paint consistency is. I think I'm just going to start by popping the paint right on there. And I'm going to go with my white paint first, just so I can get coverage. I'm using my big brush. And anyone who's painted with me before knows I tend to do this when I tend to mix a lot of my paints right on my canvas. And white is my best friend to do this with. So now that there's already some white, I just grab pink and I'm just like mixing it right in there. And it's already going to start to create like a lighter pink color. And I do work quickly when I'm doing this part because I want it to blend nice and I want it to look really soft and pretty. I think for me, I'm going to do like a pink background, and then I think my flowers, I think I'm going to do like blues and like purples, I think. And maybe like a pop of like a yellow or something. Or maybe a white, I don't know yet. Okay, I'm just going to keep going down, putting more white on here. And I'm just going any which way. I'm just trying to get the color on, and I want to just blend it to get like a nice light, pretty pink on here. Okay. So for anyone who might be just joining, so I'm just putting in a nice background for our Floral Abstract, and I'm choosing a very light pink. And the way I'm doing it is by putting white paint and then adding a little bit of pink into it. And for me, I like it to be, I don't necessarily need it to be like perfectly one color the entire background. I'm okay with it having like a little bit of variety, being a little bit darker, a little bit lighter in certain spots. That's fine with me, as long as like you can see that it's pink, like a light pink. And just because I chose light pink, you can pick whatever color you want. So you do like a gothic theme and do like darker colors. That'd be kind of neat looking. And I'm using like, I'm not using like a ton of paint, but my whole canvas is covered. I'm very weird about, I don't like to see like the canvas behind the paint, like when I put my paint strokes in. I like to see like my paintbrush strokes I'm okay with, but I don't like to see the texture of the canvas. And with a canvas board, you tend to, it's harder to get it to look as smooth, I find. On a stretch canvas, you have, it's a lot nicer to work with. Oh, I touched my red. That may be a little too dark. That's okay. We'll make it work. I need more white. I do not want it that dark right there. It was a little bit of an accident. That's okay. We can make it work. Okay, so really just go until you feel happy with the color. And then we're going to have to let it dry. So you want to get the size of your canvas too, especially if you're using an actual canvas. I still do it on my canvas book too, just for continuity. Okay. Nice, pretty pink. How lovely. Oh, so Kathy says there's some trouble with the Buy Me a Coffee through PayPal. Something gone wrong. I don't know, actually. I'll look into that. I really appreciate that you wanted, Kathy. I always appreciate it. Thank you. I'll look into it, though. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, hi, Lynn. I'm so glad you love the classes. I love that you love them. It makes me happy. Okay. Ooh, I definitely put paint on my computer, but that's okay. That's what makes things spicy. Electronics and paint. All right. So there's some spots that are already like more tacky to touch. I touched that, but that definitely was not dry yet. So once you're good with that, everything's covered. We're just gonna let it sit for it to dry. With that big old brush, I'm just gonna rinse it out. I don't know if I'm gonna be using this big brush any more than what we just did because I'm using such a small canvas. When I did like the larger canvas, I definitely used the bigger brush to put in some of the flowers and all those elements and whatnot. So we'll see how that goes. That's so weird, Kathy. Is it just giving an error? Is it just not going through? I know like the Buy Me a Coffee site had said that they were going to change, and I don't, maybe it's not through PayPal anymore. Maybe it's through a different thing. I don't know exactly. Maybe that's what the issue is. Perfect. Okay. I also noticed my internet got a bit laggy there, so hopefully we won't have any issues. Okay, great. So, yeah, we're still drying. We're in the drying process. Anyone tuning in now is like, wow, there's pink. That's about it. They're going to think even weirder thoughts when we start putting in some other elements in here. Okay, what I want to start doing, if you're waiting for your canvas to dry, or even as you're continuing to paint, is we're going to start thinking about So let's look at our example image to get an idea first. So a few things that are consistent on it are that certain flowers are all the same. So for example, there's like these yellow flowers all have the same kind of shape to them, right? And then you have like these blue ones have a similar shape too. You have the white ones that have similar shapes. You have like, you know, this big purple one has a different type of shape. So we are gonna have to think about the shapes, kind of how we draw it. They're gonna be kind of splotchy, but we're still gonna put in a little bit of that shape into it. You're not gonna worry about any of the vines or anything now at all. That's gonna be way later at like when we're done. Not when we're done, but like later after we put in all the splotchinesses and stuff, then we'll do the vines. So I want you to think about just like how we're gonna put like kind of different blobs of things. So I think when I start, and I'll walk you through it. So I'll start with one shape, and I'm going to put a few of those shapes in one color in different spots. And then I'll change and use a different shape with a different color in different spots. And that's kind of my process of how I'll be doing it. And I think I want purple. I think I want purple to start, I think. Or do I want lighter? No, we should go lighter. You know what? We should go lighter, I think, first. Should we? No, I'm not. I'm going to go purple first. Sorry, I'm going back and forth a bit. But that's today. I'm going to do purple, I think, first. Okay, and I think we're almost, like down here, there's already some nice drier areas. And I think it's okay to start playing with this. Okay, I think I'm going to use my more medium brush. Now, which one is that? Maybe the smaller one, slightly. See? Hi, Jane. Glad you're tuning in. That's fantastic. Okay, great. So I think with my purple, I'm going to do some like circular blobs, I think, for now. So I'm going to maybe put one like here. And yeah, you can see that the paint is still not fully dry here, but that's okay. Makes my purple a little bit lighter, and that's okay. So I'm just going to do like a circle. A little bit of a messy circle. And that's good like that. Maybe I'll do another one, maybe like off the canvas, like it kind of is poking off the side, because some of these fall off the sides of the canvas. Maybe a little bit on the side of it too. Okay, I'm gonna put another one like here. Okay. Maybe I'll put a larger one here. Maybe another one like here. It's really up to you how many you want to do of the one color. I'm going to change the shape a little bit, making it a little wobblier. Instead of a circle, making it a little wonky, like bean shape, I guess. Because some flowers look funky, you know? Okay, cool. So I think I want to go to something a little different now. Maybe we'll do some blues. Maybe? Maybe. Why not? Blue flowers, you know, common blue flowers. Okay, and then with these ones, I think I want to make them more like, can you see that one? Kind of like that big floppy one. I think I want a big floppy blue one over here. So I'm gonna just do almost like a heart shape, kind of. A messy heart shape. That's like one of the leaves. The leaves. No, the petals. And then we're going to do another one. This is when it starts feeling kind of like a kindergartner painting or something, because you're just like doing random blobby shapes. So what I am trying to do is I'm trying to keep my, like, the external lines like pretty solid when I'm doing it. And this one has like 5 petals. Okay. Okay, nice blobby flower power kind of shape there. Okay, I'm going to do another one maybe over here. This one might go off the edge of the canvas. We'll see. Yep. You can really make any shape you so desire. It doesn't have to be these ones. Again, you can make whatever you want. Especially if you're more versed in the floral world than I am. You can change it up any which way. I'm just painting the sides of the canvas too where it like falls off. Okay. Maybe another one's gonna stick out over here somewhere. Just a little hint of it living over there. Okay, cool. So we have those. Now let me just check in to make sure you all are feeling good. Hi, Dan. Oh, interesting, Kathy. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me know, though. I'm watching now, but I could see me working on the placement, drying them out first, then going back to paint. Yeah, absolutely. You can approach this any which way you want to. I'm showing you like this approach. Just I understand like how you want to be particular and technical, and if that's your vibe, go for it. But it is fun and kind of weird and a challenge, I think, for us control people to just like trust this process and do it. So I would challenge you to try it. But I know what you mean, though. I get it. Hi, Sarah. I'm glad you're watching. Okay, fantastic. So, where do I want to go next? I think I want to stick with more blue, but I want to get it lighter. So, I'm going to just put some of my white, or maybe I'll bring my, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Maybe I'm going to blue over to my white. Like I said, I don't usually mix on my palette, so it's a bit trickier. Okay. I'm going to get a lighter. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with like one of those like petal-y kind of ones. And so I think I'm going to put one like here. So I'm going to kind of think about petal kind of shapes. Ovals, I suppose. I don't know if oval's the right way. Almond shapes. How about that? That works. I might have to go with a thinner brush. Okay, so got one right there. It's a challenge, Tracy. It is. Not gonna say it's not gonna like frustrate, and you're gonna be like, "What is this?" You absolutely will do that. Or why did I even listen to her? You'll say that too. I'm pretty sure. But it's fun. I'm gonna put one a little bit on top of this blue guy. I feel like I need to switch my brush. I think my brush is a little thick. Okay. This one kind of goes off the page, so I put the sides of it too. And we have another one like sticking down this way from here. There are lots of birds now too. Going all crazy. Signs of spring. It's nice. Okay. Maybe there's one that comes here on top of that guy, but I'm going to start. So I'm starting to layer a little bit, and you can do that too if it makes sense to you. Smaller one. Let's see. Maybe I do want a few blues that are kind of like circles too. Maybe I want that. Maybe I'm gonna do that too. Maybe I'm gonna do like a circly, like a blob. More of a circly one, but more of like a mixy blob. Like a weird circle blob with like 3 little things in it. One maybe like that. Okay, maybe one more at the top or something. going to go back to my purple now. Maybe get a different, actually, you know what? I want to go, my purple's a little bit too light. I'm just going to make these a little darker before I move on to another one. Because that guy was pretty light and I want him to just stand out a bit more. And this one too. Now I want to get some, like a lighter purple going. It's still more opaque. Now what do we want to do now? Maybe we want to do more, maybe more circular, maybe? Yeah, I kind of want like a bigger one like here. Maybe this one will be a little bit bulgy. Like that. Okay, and then we'll do another one like here. So kind of like a weird bulgy shape. And this one will come out this way. Up the bottom there. I have one over here. Maybe more purple, yeah. Okay. Alright. Maybe I'll put another one on that side too. Okay. Alright, let's see how you all are doing. Hi, Doreen. Yeah, no worries, no worries. You can, I think you can rewind it if you came in a little bit later. If you wanted to start off, but yeah, no problem. I'm glad you came though, that's great. I'm gonna put another one here, I think. Yeah, I think that I'm liking where the colors are and the patterns. It's going pretty good. Okay, what color shall we go to next? Maybe, I don't know if I want to do like yellow to be bright or if I'm going to do white. Dilemmas, dilemmas. I think I like a white. And then maybe do purple or yellow. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's go white. So I want to add like a really big white one here. And that will need to go over a little bit again because the darker colors again can't skip. Okay. And I think maybe another one. Not sure where. Maybe here. Okay. We want to put one in here, but I'm not sure how. Maybe here. Make it a little smaller. Oh, I found like here, peek it out. I like that. That's cute. Okay. All right, what else do we need? Teresa says, how are you using the other painting? So the other painting, I'm just using it, these are just inspirations. So I'm not replicating the paintings. This is an abstract exercise. We have like two different versions, this one here and the one back there. And I'm just walking through how I would just have fun with it. And I encourage you to do the same process with it. So I'm not replicating it. It's just for inspiration. Hi, Rula. I can't wait to see yours. I always love yours. It's always fun to see how you do yours. Okay. So, do you want like a lighter purple or a lighter blue? Maybe like a lighter blue. I think I want to go with. I think. It's almost white, but it has like a blue tinge. I think that'll be good. Okay. And then I think maybe where else? Maybe like here. picture right now. It's getting more full, so I'm gonna do more of this like kind of spikier one. I think I need to get my thinner brush because that brush is not giving me the lines I want at the end there. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I always put my hand on the canvas, but I do want it to be a little bit pointier. Because the edges were a little rough. All right. I think that color is a little bit different enough. I say yes, it is. Okay, we'll do another one like here. And then I'll have to use that again. Let's get these. Okay. Just getting some more paint on these areas because it's darker underneath. You can still see the other guy, the other flower living there, which won't be as noticeable when we do all the detailing on top, but still. Okay. How cute. Okay, so I think I want one to kind of just be coming down this way. Okay, so it's like a spiky little guy sticking out. Okay. All right, let's see, what else do we need here? Oh, Doreen, that's so great. I'm so happy you're enjoying it. Doreen says she's watching on 2 computers, one from the beginning so you can catch up, and one current. I hope you have one of them on mute, because it'd be a lot of my voice. Sue says, I do like the yellow flowers, so I'm going to try a light yellow where you have some white. Of course that's okay. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely do that. Go with whatever you want to do. Whatever feels right to you. If you want to put a big orange flower in the middle of all this, go for it. It's whatever you want. Might look a little bit funky, but it's all good. Okay, so I think I'm going to put in a few more of the darker ones. I want to make a little bit of it. Oh, but we can also add more elements later too, I suppose. Yeah, I kind of want like a darker purple one up here. I'm going to get my other brush actually. Another one here, I think. I need more purple though. That one's going to need a bit more of a second coat. I think this one will too. Okay. I'll do that one afterwards. Okay. I'm not sure if I want to add more now or if I want to start thinking about some of the background leaves and some of the petals. I think maybe I'll do that. I think while we let this top dry, because I still want to put a little bit more purple in some of those spots. Okay, so now on our inspiration image, we have a couple of like some that have some like leaves that are coming out of some of the flowers. We have like some vines. The vines will go at the end. But I think I want to put in some of the green that's going to be popping out behind some of those guys. And I don't know which green I want to go with. I think I'm going to mix my own green. Oh, I have this green too. Maybe this one might be okay. This green seems very bright, so I think I'm going to have to mix it with some white. Yeah, it's a little too in your face. No, I don't really want it to be like that. Okay. Which brush? Maybe a finer brush, I think, will be the one we need. Yes. Okay. How's it going, guys? Nice. Perfect. Good. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to mix to get like a lighter green. I'm just mixing my, it's kind of a dark green. It's almost like an emeraldy kind of green with the white. Just, I want it a little lighter. And I'm going to use my fine brush just because my canvas is so small too. So it's just going to give me some more precision in some of them. So I think for some of them, I want the to look kind of like messy and kind of sticking out. So maybe like for this guy here, I'm gonna want it to kind of come out like that, but it's still gonna be like a solid green like that. Then maybe we'll put another one like here. Maybe like a messier. There we go. Maybe it'll be like another one kind of coming this way. Okay. Where else? Where am I gonna go next? Maybe here? Now this one's tricky because it's not gonna go on top of this purple flower that we have here. It's just gonna be behind it. And I normally don't do that. I normally do them in proper layers, but this time I didn't. There we go. Maybe we'll do this one. Kind of just dragging and then ending at different points just to make it like a weird, I'm gonna put another one here, I think, actually. Different ends. Okay. Hopefully here too, I think. Okay, and I think now I want to go and put in some little leaves. So these ones are like my roses, the white ones, I think. So I'm going to just kind of put little almond shape around them. And a little tiny one. I'll put one there. Two little ones there. Let's see, where else? Let's put some of those. I'm going to add one to this guy here. There's another one here. Okay. There. I think I want to put one more here. What? Oh, that one doesn't look that big. That's alright. Oh, Teresa says she has your phone on full blast and you've struggled the whole way to hear you. Oh, that's so sorry. That sucks. I will try to speak louder. That kind of makes sense though, I think, because I think my speaker is on my computer and I do have my back to my computer a bit. So I will be more attentive to that. Sorry, Teresa. Thank you for letting me know. Just going over some of the green areas just because they're on top, some of them are on top of darker spots and I just want them to be more consistent. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to make a couple more of those like messier ones. Make a messier one where, let's see, maybe I want one of them up here, I think. So let me just put in a messier, one of those weedy looking leaves. That maybe. Some green on the top there. Okay, cool. So I think, okay, so now I think before I move on to putting in like the big vines that will go across the whole place, I want to take a look to see where I want to go on top and just some of my white flowers, for example, I need to go over them a little bit because you can see the flowers below them coming through too much and I don't want that. So I'm just going to do that first before, just take a look at your painting before you move on to the next part. And then just go over any of the spots you want to touch up before we go on to the next section, which is going to be putting in all the vines on top. So yeah, this flower is getting nice and opaque now, which is more of the way I want it to be. Okay, and this one needs more too. Okay. The wind is picking up quite a bit outside. Can you hear it? It's so loud. Okay. What else here maybe? Just going over this. Okay. Okay. Do, 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 do. I have one more white flower here. I really want the white ones to pop. They're going to be my roses. Okay. Okay. Oh, I missed one up here. Okay, so I think that is good. I'm going to go over my purple flower too, because that is a little awkward looking. Okay. I think the other ones are all right. Maybe this one needs a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Right. Let's see. What are we going to do next? All right. So I want to paint our nice big vine that's going to sweep across. And I like doing, we can do a few of them. I don't know. It's up to you how many you want to do. I'm going to do maybe one. I think I want one coming this way, like ending here, I think. And then I think I want another one maybe coming this way and ending like here, and then another one coming down here, I think. I think that's where I'm going to put mine. That's my idea. Okay, so I'm going to use green. I want to, it can't be the same green you use for these. It really doesn't matter, because when we do the outlines, you'll be able to differentiate them really nicely. I'm not sure if, which brush is it? This is the brush I was using? Yes. Okay. Get my thin brush again. Let's check and see. Okay. Yeah, it looks like my signal is going in and out. I just noticed on my, they gave me like a little metrics guide thing, and it looks red for a few seconds. So I think, I feel like the wind is affecting it. So sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to, I want it maybe even a bit of a lighter green than the one I have there. I think I'm going to go a bit lighter. Almost like a mint green. Okay. Okay. So the way I want to put these is I'm going to just put in my line where I want it to come and where it's going to land, which I think it's going to be like that. And then I'm just going to thicken it up a little bit. Okay, and now I'm going to put in a leaf right at the end, an almond shape. Right on top there. And then I'm going to come out and, ooh, that's on top of purple. Do, 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 do. Definitely gonna have to go over that one again, but that's okay. And another one's gonna come out, and I'm gonna do another leaf there. Okay. Another one come out. And we have another one come out there. Okay. Okay, and I'm just going to keep placing them on like either side. Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 I think I was leaning on my stand a lot. A nice line on my hand. All right. Okay. So I have one there. Probably still early to try to cover this, but I'm still gonna try. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, still a little early for that, but I'm gonna have to go over these, it looks like, because it's definitely, the other colors are coming through behind it. Okay, cool. So I want to put another vine. Let me check if there's any comments, just to make sure you're all good. You can hear thunder, eh, Kathy? No, that's the wind. Can you believe that? That's the wind. That noise you're hearing in the background is wind. It's crazy out there. There's like a really huge tree in my neighbor's backyard that like hangs over like on our side. It's huge, and I can see it, and it's just like swaying like menacingly. It's a little scary. Okay, so I think I want another one that's gonna come like this way. So I'm just gonna pop that guy in like that. Sorry, I'm not talking too much. Isn't too much to say. I feel like I'm just repeating myself over and over again. But yeah, basically, now we're just going to put like an almond shape there. And that will look really good. Okay. And I think I want another one like here. Just go there. I'm gonna go a little bit further up, I think. Go. Okay. Okay. And then all right. Got some vines, got some vines. So Sue's asking, for the vines, is it better to use a round or a flat brush? I'm using neither. It's kind of like a pointed brush. Let me show you. I guess it's more round, I suppose, but it kind of goes into like a tip when it's wet. It's actually, this one's a number 4, so there's actually quite a bit of bristle, so it holds a lot of paint as I go, but then it actually does have a nice, it kind of dries into like a point. When it's fully dry, it looks a little bit different, but the other brush I recommend doing fine lines with, if you have one of these, this is called a cat's tongue brush. It's like a round brush, but it's actually a little bit more finer on the tip. That, when it's wet, it creates a really nice fine line, and I recommend that brush is really great. Okay, so, and Sue says that she put one orange flower in. She couldn't resist. I love it. I can't wait to see it. You have to share it. Okay, so let's continue. I want to do one more vine, I think. I think I want to do like a small one like here. And then I think I'll be good with my vines. But then I want to go back and, what do you call it? I want to go back and like make them a bit more opaque because they're not exactly the way I want them to yet. So it's going to just come like this, I think. Be like a little... Another one right here. And put another one right here. Connect it. Okay. Okay. And that one's just sticking out. We can see it from where it was before. Okay. Now, yeah, I think I'm good with those. And then now I think I want to go back and then just go over some of the ones I did just to make it a little bit more opaque. Going back over and just putting it in, trying not to change the shape as I mess this guy up a little bit. There we go. Now that one's good. Process is always a little faster going over the ones again, you know. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, just gonna take a look to make sure everything is the opacity I want it to be, and I think we're there, which is good. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, liner brush is a good idea too, Kathy. That might be actually what it is. I don't actually know if this is it. Like really stuffy. I know this is really stuffy. Okay. So on a couple of different things. So on this one, we have like some flowers also coming out of the vines. And then on this one, we have like little baby white flowers coming out of some of the vines and the things that are coming around. So if you want to add that, you can, or you can just leave them as vines and not have any flowers coming out. It's totally up to you. I think I might leave them just as vines for now, and I might add other elements to it afterwards. I think I want to put in some more little like dots and like little things in the background just to fill in some of the space before we go into and do all the lines on it. Now the lines, this process, again, you want to make sure that it's fully dry before you go and put your lines in. If you're using paint, it's not as bad, but if you're going to be using marker or anything else, you need to make sure it's fully dry or else you're going to ruin your marker. The paint marker is not as bad, but you definitely don't want to do it on wet paint. Okay, need to get a sip of water. Okay, cool. Now, I want to put in a few little like lines and stuff in the background. I think I want to use the same, but I want to make it a little bit lighter. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm going to put in kind of like a little vine that's like living in the background. And this one has like a little I don't know if I want it to be a little darker. No, I'm going to leave it like this and we'll see how it goes. little vine that's living over there. Okay. And maybe this vine kind of comes back around up here. Okay. And then where else do we want it to go? Maybe it pokes here. And maybe over here. That. I think over here. Okay, so we have this little vine poking around like that. I think I'm good with that vine. And then I want to put in some like little dots and splotches. So I'm going to go with my purple. I'm just going to put in a dot, dot, and a dot. Some a little bigger, some a little smaller. What else do we want it? Maybe. I'm kind of putting them in groups of 3 or 4 or 5, depending on what works. Excuse me. Maybe like put a few little stragglers in some spots. I love adding like little dots. I think it like really brings it together. Yeah, one more. Okay, some larger ones. Okay. And then I think I want some blue ones too, maybe. I think. Okay. And add some near the purpley dots that I already did. There we go. So I'm just filling in some of the white spaces with little dots and splotches. However you feel like you want to do. A few more like there. Yeah, I think I feel pretty good with that. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. Cool. So now the moment we've been waiting for. We're going to do some outlines. So let's see how everyone's doing. I will try to. Belinda wants to see the one with the yellow background. So you really like this one, yeah? So if it's helpful, I did post these pictures, I think, on the post for today, showing them as examples of ones we're going to do. So you can grab the screenshot or you can grab that picture from the one from earlier today just so you have it more available to you. Because I can put it like here maybe, but I don't know if you can really see it that well. And Doreen says, nasty weather outside, tornado watch. Where are you again, Doreen? I don't remember. You told me where you were. And I don't remember. But yeah, I'm not really surprised because it's like crazy here. We're not in like tornado zones, but it's definitely, yeah, it's intense. Okay, so, yeah, we're going to do some outlines. So, like I said, you can, excuse me, approach it in a couple different ways. So, this is still, actually no, that looks wet, but it's not. It's my shiny paint, but I made it look wet. That's funny. Okay, so anything that's dry, we're good to go. So you can either approach it with your black fine brush and then use black paint, and then you can just be really particular and go around everything like that. Or we can use marker, or we can use paint marker. So I'll show first with the black paint. Whichever way you want to go, it's going to be a slow process to get what you want done. So you can start wherever you want to start. Now, you just want to think about which flower you want to do, and then you kind of mimic that kind of approach from there. So if we were doing, let's say, like, let me see, like this one here. Let's say we wanted this one to be kind of like a rose kind of shape. I like to start with like putting a little thing in the middle and then kind of connecting and then connecting and then making them kind of like irregular. And when I connect it, I keep making it like bigger as I go around. So that's how I did like that little bit of the rose with black paint. So we can do with black paint like that. Can you see that okay? I don't know. It's hard to see. Right, but you're going to be very particular with the actual paint. And then you just kind of pick your kind of flower outline that you want to go with, and you can look online for some different options, and you can kind of go from there too if you want. So again, I'll do another one with like black paint just for funsies. So here I'm going to create like a little outline, like a little irregular oval outline. It definitely should not be perfect because the petals. Then I'm gonna put like tight little circle outlines that overlap with each other around. And I'm going to keep this process up, but I'm going to make every time I do it, it's going to be a little bit bigger. So that's an example of the rose with black paint there. So I just went around in a circle and made like kind of wavy lines and just connected it like that. starting small and then making larger as I go out. Okay, so I'm going to try and use the paint marker and see how it's working. That will give us more control. Sometimes it works better, and sometimes it's actually easier just to, ooh, that marker looks horrible actually. Yeah, that tip doesn't look good. I don't think I do something in the big one. Yeah, nope, looks like those markers are out of commission. Okay, so if we want to do with a Sharpie, it would be the same kind of approach. I did these ones in Sharpie when I did it. It really depends on what you prefer to use. So let's say I want to do like this one here, and I want to make this one a really like fluffy kind of flower. So I'm going to make it like, to kind of construct the shape. So I want to make this one look like a weird funky shape like that. And then I'm going to just give it another line there. And I'm going to go line, 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 line. And then we're going to put in this side. And again, it's going to have kind of like a thing like that. And this here. And then maybe we have like little dots or something in the middle. Like that. Okay. Marker definitely makes it a lot easier. Did you want to try marker? My paint markers are gone. It's just my Sharpies. Okay. Let's take another one. Let's just pick whichever one is dry and then we can play with it. I really want to do this big rose one. Okay, so we're gonna start with like, I might not start fully in the middle. Maybe I want to start it like here. So I'll just make like a weird, odd little shape. Then I'm going to come out weird and odd on that side. Do another connector. There you go. I wouldn't press hard on the marker either. You just keep building the petals as you go around. And you just kind of follow the lines. And use the exterior lines as kind of a bit of a guide. Like that. So we have have that flowery flower. All right, let's do another one. Maybe let's do one of the ones that are more coming out more like that. So I like to start with like this middle petal. And then we have a line. So I'm just kind of that one like that. So I'm just going to outline, a line in the middle. Let's get a little curve there too. And this one's behind this guy. And then here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't want it to, like, the paint can go like the paint line is like over here and the black line's here. The idea isn't to be perfect on it. I think it kind of gives more interest when it looks a little bit messy. Put another line there. Maybe in this one we have middle kind of comes out like that. There we go. Perfecto. All right, how are we doing? Oh shoot, Dorian, you're in Pennsylvania and it's not turning out either. That's strange. It's probably the same system that we're getting if you're in Pennsylvania, I bet. Okay, so which one shall we do next? Now it's just a process to like bounce around and keep filling it in. So when it's something like this where it's covered, it becomes a little tricky to do, but still doable. So let's say we pick like a center here, but we can't see the center fully. Same process. I'm just going to put little there we go. So it just has like that feeling of it behind there. Okay. And then what one shall we do next? Oh man. Okay. Maybe let's do like this one here, and I'll make this one kind of a, not exactly sure, but we'll start with a loop, and then we'll come out, and then it's tricky to do the ones in the background. That works out, I think. Okay. And when it's dry enough, so we can do some of the foreground ones. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So for these, just gonna outline the leaves on the vine. And then I'm going to just put a line through there, and then we're just going to connect leaves to the black line like that. Cool. Let's do more leaves. So just outline and put a line in the center. Again, come down, all the way down, and then we'll just connect all of the leaves to the stem. There you go. Okay. And the cool thing, if you change it, you want to make it go upright, it all looks good any which way you want to do it. So that's the nice thing about it. Okay, so we're going to do these ones. This is the satisfying part. I love putting all the lines in. And I'm just going to cool, and then we'll connect all of them to the stem. Okay, cool. Looking pretty cool. All right. Let's see how all of you are doing. Oh, are you guys gonna get a storm, Kathy? Oh no. Yeah, I think it's gonna hit many of us. It looks like it. Okay, so where else do we want to go next? I want to do, let's do this one as like a rosy one too. Only I want to have the middle like here, so blob. Lots of little swarmy little blobs. And then maybe this one here in this corner. Maybe this one's, so that one probably in the middle is like somewhere over there. Okay, let's do another, which one? We'll do like this one here. Maybe we don't want the big floppy ones yet. I mean, they're kind of hiding, I suppose, but maybe we should do that. Okay, so for this one, how do we do that one again? Let me take a look and see. Okay, yeah. So we do the outline like a heart. And then it kind of has a squiggly in the middle there, a longer line in the middle, and then two little ones on the side. Just get the idea behind there. Okay, cool. And then maybe we'll do it on behind here. Now just put little lines for something in the middle. Cool. All right. Who's next? We'll do this guy behind here. Okay. And then this one here. Let's outline these petals. There we go. Okay. With this one. Okay. And then I'll go to like, I think I'll make this one into kind of a rosy kind of one too. I don't know if rose is the right word really, but cool. Okay. I'm gonna change this one a little bit. dots and blobs like that. Okay. What is next today? I'm gonna do another like fluffier flower like that one over here, I think. How am I gonna do that? Let's see. Or maybe, no, I'm gonna do a different one. I'm gonna do it kind of like this. Like that. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it like that. It's simple that way. Sure. Okay. This one. Okay. And then let's see. Maybe this one will make it more like a fluffy flower. I think. So bring that up. Up. There we go. And then, let's see. Let's do this one. Okay, and let's see, I'm gonna like this one into kind of a rosy. There we go. Okay, and okay. Okay, that's nice. And I'll make this one a fluffy one too. There we go. Okay. Okay, and we can do some of these little leaves too. Oh yeah, we didn't do that flower yet. Let's do this one. I'm just outlining the shapes and just putting a few little lines in the middle too. Okay, and this guy here, this is going to be, can't really see it very well. I'm just going to put little lines just so we can imagine what's going on. Okay. What else? This one has a little bit behind it. I'm gonna make this one a little easy too. A bit looser. Okay. There we go. Nice. Let's do a little petal too. Okay. Only a few more to outline. Okay. Okay. Which ones are left? Okay, so we got this guy here. Okay. This one too. That purple is kind of weird on my marker. I'm going to do those at the end, I think. Just in case we ruin it. I think that's cute like that. Okay. All lines like that. Okay, and this one, I think I'm going to try to make it like that one. This one, I'm not really sure. It's behind that, guys. I'm just going to give it some lines. Okay, and then I think it's just that one left. That one has some. Yeah, I think it's just this one. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks cute. Also, with the black marker, we can go and you can put like little additional lines that kind of stick out of places. I don't know if I'm going to highlight these ones necessarily. I don't know if I want to. I kind of do. Yeah, I think I am going to. Little lines in them too, similar to the big ones. Yeah, I do actually like to do that. Okay, and then here. And then one more here. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, there we go. Well, I feel pretty good about that. Hopefully you're all enjoying it. Oh, thank you, Rula. Rula says she loves the colors I chose because each one's unique. Yeah, I like making it all like a little bit different. So I think I feel pretty done with it. And really, again, it can go any which way you want it to. I'm going to just initial mine there. Put the year 2. And there we go. So I think I'm going to call that complete for today. There we go. All right. So there is my version of our flower abstract for tonight's paint party. So I picked some different colors, but as you saw, it was all like a blobby mess. And then when you end up going and putting in all the details, like all the lines, it really turns out and looks really pretty. And this is one of the previous inspiration ones. And then that was one of the other ones. You can make them any which way, any size, any which way you desire. So I hope you all had a fantastic time with me. If you are painting along, please take a picture and send it put it on the group post. Excuse me, and share it with everyone, because it's always fun to see what everyone's done and how they've made it their own and what colors you've chosen and what flower patterns and all that. So I can't wait to see it. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you all next week. Take care. Have a great night. Bye, everyone.